I think there is an overall approach to designing for behavior change, and I've broken it down to 3 steps. And I think about a year ago, I decided to explain this. Step number 1, get really specific. What behavior do you want people to do? And it can't be abstract, like get healthier, exercise more. It needs to be actually much more specific. And the people in my master class yesterday, how much did we work on this, methods for this? Like 3 hours of talking about how do you get specific and how do you choose the right behaviors. This is actually where the motivation comes in most situations. You pick specific behaviors that your customers already want to do, or those behaviors help them achieve an outcome or result they already want. So it's not like I think motivation doesn't matter, but you don't tack it on at the end. You don't like, here's what we want you to do, now we're going to layer some motivation over and get you to do this thing. It needs to, what I call motivation matching. You need to match what you want them to do or how you frame what you want them to do with what they already want to do. Step 2, make it easy to do. If you know my work, you know I'm really obsessed about simplicity. Simplicity changes behavior. And then number 3, make sure there's a trigger that prompts the behavior. By trigger, I mean prompt or cue. It's the thing that says, do this now. So this is not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about more of a niche case where you do have to insert motivation into the situation to get people to do stuff. And that's the problem that I think hasn't been solved, and that's what I'm going to share with you today, and we'll see what you think. A few years ago, I explained the concept that I call motivation wave. And you all know what a motivation wave is. You may not know that phrase. I had to name it. I didn't think there was a name for it yet. But you've all experienced it. You get excited about something. It could be something good, like you watch some sports on TV and you think, man, I'm going to go out and start playing baseball. Or you watch a family movie and you think, I'm going to spend more time with my kids. Or it could be something bad, like there's an earthquake and you're like, oh, I've got to get prepared for this emergency. During those situations, you go into what I call a motivation wave. As your motivation goes up, you are able to do harder things. When the wave comes back down, as it sags, and they usually do, you are less able to do hard things. So you have a temporary opportunity to do hard things. From a product or business perspective, it means when your customer, when your member, when your patient, what have you, is in motivation wave, that's the time when you trigger them to do hard things. And you need to do it quickly before the wave subsides, because they're not always going to be thinking, wow, I need to get in shape, or I better spend family time, or what have you. And that's going to be one